Alright, back here for next day. So, well, we left off on our cam timing being kind of wacko. So I rechecked the overlap, and now the piston's coming up pretty much at top dead center where it belongs. So I put my fingers on both of these to see where they were at, and got them where they both moved about the same, and the piston's in the right spot. So that means the cam timing is good. Limited space here, but so anyway, I'll show you how to do that again. So basically you go down. See, that one sits up higher than this one, so I give you a false illusion of the position. So you look at where they're at, and they're both up about the same distance here, and now the piston's pretty much at top dead center. So that is top right there, but you can see how they're about the same distance of drop. It's actually closer when it's at flush or just a tick below, because the cam timing is advanced a little bit. We're retarded, 1 to 2 numbers. It's not dead center. Alright, so that's how you check that to see if you've got the cams halfway close. If you're off, it'll be off a bunch, you know, you'll see a real major change. It's one way to check and see, make sure you got your cams in correct before you put the motor all the way together. Okay, now I'm going to put this in compression stroke, which means the valves are now all the way down. Lifters are all the way down at this point. I got to check my push rods and see where my push rods go, because I don't know where the push rods are going right now. I marked them with some black paint, but I don't remember which one's black, which one's not black. I need to put a 1 and a 2 on there so I know what the hell's going on. I know what 1 and 2 means. So right now, my push rods are different lengths, see? So one's intake, one's exhaust. And by looking at the valves over there, the lifters, the short one's going to be the exhaust. So I'm going to mock up the head on there and see if that's actually true or not. Then we'll know. So before I can do that, I'm going to have to put the head back together over here. So that's what we're going to do right now. Magic goop. So I'll go ahead and put this back together, and then get this motor going together. Whoop, that's good. Make a fucking mess. Yuck. Yeah. Start over. This time put on a part that belongs on, not me. Close enough. All right. Let's see, get oil on these. Yeah, there's a little bit on there. Make sure I got lubricated tips. Take that on off, the gasket cinch hasn't set up yet. It gets tacky in just a couple minutes. So by 5 minutes you can't take that on and off again like that. Put all the bolts in the center it. Push it all the way this way because that's how it works in this bike. The lifters, push rods move it this direction automatically, so just shove it that way. You'll be in a good spot. mounts. Factory torque. Yeah. It's tight. That's correct torque for it. These should be loose. This one's not. That means I gotta jam in there too much. Well, it'll get over it. I'm just gonna go in the hole hard. Bolt looks a little bent. I don't know why it's doing that now. It didn't used to be tight. It is what it is. Alright. It'll work. Okay, now we put the head onto the motor. Our head bolts. Always put a little bit of oil on your head bolts. Makes them live longer. That goes for any motor. All right. Speed wrench here. Nice long one. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just put this together, and I'm going to check our push rod length to make sure everything is good. Carbidon leaking out somewhere. Which one's wet? I don't see the wet one. Let's leave that one. Residue. Okay, the back one should be this one. The lean will help you if you let it help you. In this case, it's not going to help me that well. You have the covers on there to help hold it. Put these in from the other side. Okay, I got it correct. So when you got the head down, straight and flat, both push rods move, minimal clearance, see? Lights off, there you go. So that's what running clearance would be normally. more oil. So that's the correct lengths. So now these need to be marked front and back. So I know for sure which one is which now. Alright, I'm going to go over here. Turn the damn camera. Okay, that's the long one, that's the short one. Trabadon just keeps coming out. I've blown these a bunch of times. Dripping everywhere. Yeah. Trabadon blue spots all over the place. Okay, this is a carbide tipped pin, so that's for writing on. So, if you pick a spot and mark it, two, and one, they're marked. So now we have a 2 and a 1. 1 always starts in the rear exhaust, number 2 is 2 is intake, 3 is front intake, 4 is front exhaust. Factory numbering system. If I was using a front cylinder, it would be a 3 and a 4. Alright, so those are now put on correctly. Covers. It's been already cleaned once, but it doesn't hurt to do it again. Okay, so I'm assuming the shiny one goes in the back. Can't remember. It's got more dents in it, so it makes more sense. Okay, this is my oil line. So when the rubber starts coming out of the tube like this, it can leak. You always want to make sure your rubber is over the tube like that. See how this one's way down? So if they're both on there like that, you have less chance of it leaking in your two tubes. And you assemble things. So, kind of important. Right, that's our oil line. Alright, so lubricant, head gasket material, old can, new can, new to, not new, just haven't been used yet. I got these back in the 90s, late 90s when they were still selling it. I think it's my last new can. This is my head gasket material. I was told Mercedes uses on exhaust manifold gaskets. They have a spray-on paint type thing. You don't know it's high heat, so I'll be looking for that next. When I run out of this can, it might be a few years before I run out of this can. Oh well. All right, so interruptions. We'll be back.